Welcome back. Today we're going to be adding the McToran masks to our unified bionicle theory. So here we have Jaller, or Jala, and Matoro, who may or may not be the main character of Bionicle. So yeah, we'll put Matoro, we'll take their masks off. I know, feels wrong. And we'll add these other masks in just to get a feel. So these are the 6 McToran masks, and I'm going to compare them with the 6 Toa Masks. And but first, just a refresher. So we have again our unified theory of Bionicle masks, which is that all of the masks should fit on a grid with 2 axes. So that's what we're doing today. So I'm gonna take, I guess really the first thing based off of what we talked about last time, right, is you have your quadrants. So let's think really quickly first, which is this mask is a Tohunga mask. So we have to consider it probably here, right, as like a Toa color, but a Tohunga mask, so below. But then we have these masks, which are different. And more so than just different, these are masks that are the only masks made in these colors in most cases. So in this case, only mask that's made in what is called sand blue. This, the only mask, I know surprisingly, that is made in purple. And then this, the only mask that is made in, I would guess this is called like sand dark orange or something, or sand orange. And then we do have these exceptions, which are this yellow mask, as I've talked about, and Kongu's mask, this teal mask. And so these are both made in one other color in the Rahi. So we have this mask and this mask. And so what's notable about this is these are both, one is a Toa and one is a Tohunga mask, right? And so actually you'd want to put this over here and put this one down here. And, think about a gap there being like a middle row here. And the other thing that really enhances that is our yellow cow that we could put here as well. So there are 3 yellow masks, which I talk about in that cow video. Differently though is these 2 teal masks. There's not a Tohunga mask in teal, so I think we can relegate these as Toa masks over here. And you could create a color parallel over here actually that would look something like this. So yeah, here we go. If this was it, this is what it would look like. And so I think this is kind of roughly what it would look like finally if you just were adding these masks onto a larger grid here with the Toa masks. And so, yeah, I mean, it's kind of an interesting mix. Let me take this mask away so you can end this mask away too. So it's just, the masks. You can get a feel for it. There's 4 over here, 1 down here, 1 over here. It's not a single alteration, I guess, for lack of a better term, that they make when they sort of converted a Toa mask to a McToran mask, is what I'm getting at here. And of course, like, maybe we're thinking about this exactly backwards, which is McToran came first. Who knows what was finalized first, but probably the McToran were. And so that actually brings me to my next point, which is I'm going to take the Toa masks of the proper Toa off of here and compare them. And I think you can see where this is going, which is this pair is the odd one out. surgically removed. Put that over there. Okay. Yeah, so let's just do this a different way. I've never done this before, so it's kind of just cool to look at, I think. Let's just go through it. I mean, like, what do you see? I think the first thing that comes to mind is that they are, largely speaking, like sort of color grades off. So, right, 2 shades of brown, 2 shades of green. Call this gray, gray blue. You know, white, white gray. That's coherent. We talk about this a lot, but red and yellow are kind of seen as similar. I don't know. They're 2 of 3 different points of the color wheel, but you know, they're both fire kind of colors. And then purple to black, you know, they're kind of this midnight theme. And then blue and blue. But you know, obviously these 2 masks are quite different, right? This is the cow, and this is a huna. And so actually, I don't know, but my assumption is that cow had either been invented or finalized at this point, or potentially this trans thing that they did with the, you know, the transparent colors they use, or polymer that they use for the cows. Maybe they were still troubleshooting that when they released these. But it's something to think about. And yeah, it makes me wonder, was this originally supposed to be a Toa mask? I think, you know, we talked about this in the context of the Huna theory before. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment about what's your favorite, either your favorite McToran or your favorite kind of mask pair here. I just think this is kind of a cool color thing to look at. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you at the next video.